Hey, Ivanhoe, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. I'm just setting up. I won't be long. Oops, I've got the keyboard in Mac format. Alright. I just heard the drop and I almost automatically said, don't forget to drop, gonna beat Nightbot. It was you already dropping. Oh, my iPad, where is it? There it is. Oops, got some testing up. I don't want to accidentally show that. Where's my Twitch stuff? There it is. Oh, socks. Socks, I was literally just going to put something there. Doing well. That's good to hear. I can't be complaining apart from my car essentially almost breaking down. I can't go over 60 kilometers an hour, nor can it do 2,500 over 2,500 revs. But I got that all booked in next week and stuff like that. Yeah, not a problem. I've got my bike. I can scoot around on that. Bit of a late start today. Daylight savings ended. I think I can now do this. There we go. Yeah, daylight savings has ended for us. So we went back an hour. So what was a 6:30 start is now a 7:30 start, technically speaking. So yeah, technically a late starting for me, but that's because the clock went back. Yeah, I can't. I start at 6:30. I can't start at 5:30 because I've just finished work. I need that little break in between to defrag and stuff like that, and remember where I am up to what I'm doing. So yeah, all right. Socks moved. Good. I'm going to go live. I'm going to stream manager. There we go. And you started daylight savings a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So that would have mean you've gone forward an hour. So it would have seemed like now I've got a 2-hour gap difference between when I used to start and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, we just under 2 weeks. So Sunday the 5th. As if time zones weren't complicated enough. Oh. Australia has you set with this one. All right. Frickin', I haven't done time zone rant in a while, and I'm pretty sure you've been here for the last couple. So we've got John Howard Island over here. Not John Howard, sorry, Lord Howe. Over here. So there it is. The distance from there to Sydney, and then look at the distance to Sydney to Melbourne, and then look at the distance from Melbourne to Adelaide. All right, no time zone difference between here and here. No time zone difference between here and here. Oh, half an hour. And then in Perth, you got a little place, Echuca, that has its own time zone compared to it's mucked up. It's absolutely mucked up. And Aiden, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Good morning, though it's actually evening. Yes, it is. So yeah, hopefully you guys are going good. Hopefully the weather's warming up for you guys. It has been actually a rather warm couple of days here. I planted some seedlings and I'm already getting some shoots. So yeah. Yes, our very crazy time zones. So yeah, however, I think... and then time in Perth. Yep, alright, socks. Yeah, so yeah, they're essentially 5:30. So yeah, they're on a 45-minute, a weird 15-minute increment difference compared to everything else. It's mental. So yeah. Warm last week. Now weather app says it's normal this week. Damn. Yeah, I've got my, oh, I didn't post this, did I? Did I post it on here? I've absolutely lost the plot. 3 minutes ago. Yep, cool. We'll keep doing that. but they have the same daylight savings times. Oh, all right. This is where I'm going to draw up the map again. So I think Ukula, however you pronounce that, I think that one does. It's Perth that doesn't. So yeah, it's weird. I think these are the only three that have. Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna have to look that up again to see which states actually have what and stuff like that. Oh, ad break. All right. Hopefully everyone's going well. Yeah, we will get started soon. So. You're all good. I don't need to go into uni now except for the showdown where our group has to compete with the other groups to get access to this event to show off the group projects. Neat. Oh yeah, and don't forget to drop. And did you just go across the screen? Alright, I'm going to go drop. I am going to, because we've got socks right next to me, drop socks. We have to actually upload a new cat's emoji soon. So, because we've got Patty. So, yeah. We'll have to upload him. Ah, just beat you guys. I think we're all bunched up in that corner. Alright, about 11 seconds worth of the ads. And for those on YouTube, we run ads every half an hour on Twitch so that people who join the channel are not hit with ads. So, yeah. Okay, how are we? And welcome back, everyone. Oh, wait, I've read that one. Okay, cool. CD sites NearBeach. Let's go into here. We are trying to remember. We're doing Swagger stuff. We're testing it out. Did I fix the Docker? I think I did fix the Docker. Let's just have a quick check. Oh, I don't have any of the commands in there. We're going to have to find the commands again. But that's not a problem. What we'll do is we'll go into here. We'll go into the dev one. We want to copy this. We want to do that. We want the documentation. Alright, taking it for a spin. That's it. There's the commands we want. Alright, easy done. So, we actually want the second command. Ooh. Oh, alright. Didn't start it. So there's some things we're going to sort of state nice to haves. We're not going to worry about implementing them just yet. I do need to go through and sort of follow up with the nested tags because that would be really, really good to actually have. It looks like someone did create a plugin, but because I just don't have knowledge of how to deploy this yet and stuff like that, it looks like I need to do a little bit more research. So yeah, easy done. Love Docker. I saved myself so much time since I made the group project. Scripts run a Docker image at certain times, so I didn't have to run them on my laptop and keep my laptop open. Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I do enjoy Docker. yeah, it took me a while to come across to Docker. I remember when it first came out, and this is just because if we have a look, I don't have my cord with me. If we had a look at how much I could only spend back then, it was $5. And that would only get you a VM with one shared CPU and 1 GB of RAM. And Docker just had too much overhead. I think it's just a little bit, isn't it? Docker just had too much overhead for me. And yeah, I was like, at the time, I was like, yeah, you wouldn't want to run Docker because you chew through all that RAM and all that kind of stuff. However, nowadays, with a little bit more money and stuff like that, I'm like, well, that little bit of overhead, that's fine for me because this saves me time. Yeah, I deployed on a VPS and my laptop can be offline, which is good because otherwise I run the risk of battery drying. Yes. So, yeah. Alright. We don't need that. We need localhost 80. So we're going to finish up the... Oh, was it 80? Just auto-filled in. So, yeah, we're going to go through this, sort of do some final-ish sort of changes, and then we'll start sort of getting that vertical slice of the API and start importing other objects into it. So yeah, and then I'm getting distracted with the cube again. I managed to get 8 GB of RAM plus 4 vCPUs and 160 GB SSD for €15 a month, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would not complain about that. Alright, I am doing that. Alright, cool. Alright, so I still want to have the object data groups and users, object data link out there. I'm going to still have that. Otherwise, I do like the documentation so far. We'll need to expand the descriptions and stuff like that. Yeah, let's go ahead. So going back into here, we're going to minimize everything. We're only going to open up what we need. So we're going to open up the NearBeach. We're going to open up the views. We're going to open up the API. We're going to start from... I'm going to open up groups and use... I'm going to reference this. So we're going to open up the note object and tag, and I am going to copy these 3 lines, paste them up at the top for all 3, but we're going to definitely edit the, come on, there, thank you. So object data, and what we want this to be is we want this to be notes. We want this to be sprint. We need to import this. So that's sprints. This one will be tags. All right, easy done. So we've just added the headers where we want it to. The available data, I like it like that, yeah. All right. gonna paste this. Ah, wrong thing I'm pasting. So this will actually be available data. And we're just going to keep this tag as available data. We don't need to include any potential nesting. I'm happy with this just being how it is. And we're just going to paste that across the board. We are then just going to go from drf spectacular import extensions import. Oh, I actually don't know what we're importing, so utils. All right. And we're just quickly pasting that in. Easy done. And Lamuna, welcome back. Hopefully you've been well. Okay, so we've got the available data, that will be in here, that'll be all fine. We've got the coffee, that one will be fine. We could follow notation where it's capital sort of stuff. But however, let's start from the top. So with this, we now need the description and stuff like that. So if I go into here and I go... I am going to go into here. I am going to go into the top index. Customization, that's where I'm going. So we've got all that. That's perfectly fine. We've got the extend parameters, OpenAI name equals artist, description equals filter by artist. All right, so we'll probably enter in the parameters in a minute for each one of these. And then request that response. All right, cool. That's also something else we might actually do is now it'll automatically pick up the requests and the response. That's perfectly fine. But the responses, we actually want to specify what is getting sent back and what methods we're going to be using, but the methods should automatically be picked up. So it might quite literally just be this. Unless I can get that done automatically. We definitely need to put in a description. Provide authentication class at and thank you very much for the follow, Workspend. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome. All right, I need the description. We'll put in a couple of examples. All right, let's find out. So I'm just going to close everything, close all tabs. We're going to look at our data, localhost 80. Okay, so if we have a look at the groups and user, the get command. So I want to go into here, I want to minimize everything, I want to open up this, I want to open up the NearBeach, once again, views, API, object data, groups and users. So in here, we've got to create, I want to do the get, which this is getting everything. I just want to see one thing. Okay. Give me a couple of seconds. I want to go to the URLs. So the API URLs. I am just going to comment out this one line. I'm going to copy and paste. Realize I've done the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, I don't know if that will work. Only one way to find out is we run it. Because that might be an option where we just have a list of all the objects and stuff like that and be like, all right, cool, here's all the objects. Yeah, we've got to feed it in as destination. I don't know if we do something like that. No, all right. We have to P the destination, and then don't know. No, all right. I'm just going to copy this. We can delete this in a minute. So we're just going to go project, task, and pane. This will be destination. And this will be F. Like so. Don't know if it'll work, but we'll find out in a minute. If it doesn't work, that's fine. I'm just seeing if I could simplify everything, and it looks like I can't. Yeah, it's right there, and everyone's been like, yeah, do this, and I've got the hat. Oh no, the hat's at the start of the thing. Yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. All right, so we're going back to there. What I'll need to do is I need to document what values in the URL will work in here and what won't. That's not going to be a problem. So we need to go back over here. We need to do the get. So that's the create. That's the destroy. That's the list. So what we need to do is we need to go at extend schema. And then we've got description. And then I don't know if we've got multi-text in here. Testing out multi-line. Sorry, multi-line. text. You gotta go. Anyway, thank you very much, Ivanhoe, and I hope to see you next time. So yeah, doing some other objects. Easy done. We're just going to do that. I am going to stop this. And then, oh, I need to try it out. Take it for a spin, alright? And I've got source, VM, activate, Python 3, paste that in, do this, scratch Socks's belly, sorry, I was meant to run the Docker. Go back into here, Swagger UI, just gonna hit refresh. Testing out multi-lines. All right, sweet. So we've got that working. Okay. It might not work like this. Yeah, it definitely won't work like that. So what we need in here is a simple description. So, and this is where I'm terrible with writing stuff. So we've got to, so what are we getting? Get groups and user. Obtain a list of, what does it do? Let's hit that API. So it obtains oh, he sucks. She's being very cute at the moment. She's like showing her belly. She's like, hey, I want your belly. No, she doesn't want her head touched. She's like, no head touches. Belly rubs only. You want to say hi, Socks? Alright, hey. Alright, what are we doing here? We are actually grabbing multiple bits of data. So, group and user API endpoint supplies the following information on a given object. So now we want object group list, object user list, potential group user list, potential user list. Oh yeah, that's just group list, not. And user group list. All right. And then we just got to explain what each one of these is. So a list of groups assigned to current object. A list of users assigned to current object. Potential groups that can be assigned to object. This is potential users that can be assigned to object. And group list, current users list of groups they have been assigned to. All right, so what I'm trying to say, and I'm really sucky at how to say this. What would the description be? Groups use API endpoint, use this particular field. Use this. We're not deleting users or anything like that. This is just getting a list. This list is used by the front end for the group and user section. It can be used to obtain any of the data outlined above. And then we just want an example. Examples equals, now that's an array of objects, isn't it? So we're just going to go back into here. We're going to have a quick look. Examples, open a API example. Oh, I should outline destination is the object you are looking up. They can, it can only be, and then we just got to look up this particular case. So with the groups and users, get group list, down. We don't do any checks here. All right. Are we using this anywhere? If I go back here, I've got the data permission. Let's see if goes through generic permission. Extra permission, delete. All right, and then the group users, it gets the user, then the location ID in quags. All right, cool. Group results, because that to that we filter by that and object lookup. Oh, all right. But we're only using this in certain sort of cases, and what we'll need to actually do is we need to put a checker in here to be like, hey, to do, add in destination check, not all destination objects can be utilized for this function. Smiley face. All right, easy done. So, open API example, we're just going to add that. We're just going to add that in. Okay, and that's just 3 values like that. All right, cool. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do that. So it will be example 1. This will be get, oh, ad breaker started. All right, cool. Let's have a look at socks. And for those on YouTube, we run ads every half an hour. So you guys, those who join on Twitch don't get ads right away. Now you on YouTube don't get ads, so you get to see me. Well, socks. She's like, yeah, you're gonna cause trouble, you know. Yeah, I know. Definitely cause a lot of trouble. She's like, all right, so it's gonna do this, gonna do that. It's gonna be like this. Hopefully everyone's going well. Socks she's like, actually no, she's been grumpy. She's been grumpy. The new cat, Patty, you know, annoying her. Well, by annoying her, I mean he just wants love and attention. He's like, hey, you want to be friends? She's like, no. Ew. Alright, and welcome back everyone. Hopefully everyone is fine. So we want to get all data for project 2. So that was that, and then we got description equals get all group and user data assigned, get all assigned groups and users for project 2, and then that will be value. And I don't actually have an example in here, so I'm just going. We've got a summary and a longer description. We'll keep that as example 1. Didn't hit escape, thank you. Now, because there's 2 in there, I think it'll be project and 2. Not 100% sure, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go back here. We are I'm just gonna click on that. All right, description, try it out. Yeah, example 1. Yeah, that didn't work how I wanted it. So, all right, okay. I think I know what this is meant to be. We want the destination to equal project, and we want the location ID to equal 2. And I think that's it. And then we get rid of this, and we go back into here to do a hard refresh. So we go down here, there we go, that's what we want. So up here, if we type in try it out, and we got project and 2, and we go execute, it is going to give us the curl. It's going to give us this. It's got a 404, don't you worry. Now, I could connect this up to fake data, not a problem. But the one problem is, I've got to run that instance This is all going to be authenticated and stuff like that, but we don't have... Alright. Let's go back into here, authentication. And having the so example 1, application Java, schema, groups and not quite that. All right. There's a lot of work with this, a lot of fiddly work. All right, and that's why we're doing it in a vertical slice, because if we get this vertical slice correct, it means we can just copy what we've done over in other places and update appropriately. Example values. Yeah. I might get rid of the examples. See what actually happens. All right, that is wrong. So, actually, the integers are right. Oh, group list. Schema going into it. Yes, that's correct. Oh yeah, I got the thing wrong, didn't I? All right. No, I've got this wrong. There won't be any destination or anything like that. It will be with the URL. How can I specify the URL? In this sort of case, we actually won't need the example. Okay, cool. Because with the list, we're not sending any data, we're just getting it. That's perfectly fine. Getting the example values out. That's putting it into there. Filter by release date. We're not doing any filtering because it just gives you all the data. More descriptor depth, auth. We'll need to change that. So, sorry, we can comment. All right. Auth equals. Great if they actually had examples in here. Auth. That should be doing that by default. We're happy with that by default. Operation, attached, yep, alright, cool. I'm happy with this one. Okay, cool. So I'm happy with the list. if we go back to our Swagger, destination is the object of it can only be, yep, I forgot to do that. It can only be, now this is where I'm just going to go project, task, Kanban, board, ooh. I'm pretty sure we can with the Kanban board. I'll put it on dark admin. Kanban card. What else? What else? So object and customer won't need it. So Kanban card, project, requirement, requirement item, and task. I'm pretty sure requests for change we don't need. All right. Looks like request for change. However, that might be slightly different. I don't know about change task either. Nah, this is fine. All right. Cool. So destination of the object can be All right, cool. The location ID is the ID number of that specific object. Okay, easy done. So, I think that's okay with the groups and users. I'm happy with that. Once again, I'll get everyone to review this, be like, all right, cool, I'm a little confused with this, a little bit confused with that, and we can definitely work this. I'm not going to be a problem if someone says, let's work this. So, I've done that. With the post, this is adding a group and user. So we need to go down no longer to list. We need to go up with the create, and we need to go at extend schema. This is description equals, we're doing the three things, and then what we do is, I'm going to leave it like that. I want to test between the two. So this is I'm trying to remember. It's the group lists we do it for. Yeah, all right. I just want to see if we can edit the schema. Okay, we don't need that. We don't do that. We definitely want examples for this particular one. What I've been thinking is up here, user won't need this schema whatsoever to be sent back, and I should fix that in the code so nothing is required. Because yeah, everything we get from up here. Thing is, we've set something up higher. Yeah, all right. We figured this out the other week. No, I don't want to edit that one document. All right. All right. Step one: query set to interesting. Heavy relies on two attributes: get serializer, but are also all right. Parameters: query serializers the. All right. Request response. So what we need to state probably need to oh. Oh, sorry. More customization. We did this the other day. No socks, no, don't do it, no. Giraffe spectacular. So I'm gonna go set no schema or schematics. All right, extend schema. All right, I'm just going to try something. I don't think it'll work, but hey, it's worth a shot. So in here, leave that one there for the moment. We'll go down to the list. So what we want to do is have parameters. And then they've got it as an array and just have none in there. All right, they're happy with that. We're going to build it. We're going to go to Swagger. We are going to do this. I'm going to click on this. Damn. have no... I'm going to copy... Forget request. Not detecting my schema. All right, let's have a look. I get an empty schema and the endpoints are missing. Do I expect a different schema? Sometimes views declared on one thing do entirely different things using this attribute. All right, cool. But all right. Okay. I just want to say that there's sorry. I just want to say that there is no schema for this. Just for this one little case, because if we have a log, we don't need to send any of that data back. I just need to be like, all right, cool. You just got to send this request as a GET request. It will return JSON, no matter what. But you got to be logged in, of course. Yeah. Ooh. URL path, schema, path schema, as viewed, name schema, Swagger UI, yep, all fine. Okay. Exclude equals true. All right, let's try. Don't know what it's going to do, but we'll find out in a second. Let's have a look. Cool, easy, done. Where's our swagger? I'm just going to get rid of all of this. I'm just going to hit like that, and then I'm going to open up this, and then, oh yeah, we don't want to exclude that. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. Oh, sorry. Oh, ooh. We don't want to. Because yeah, if I go into here and I scroll all the way up through the top. Okay. We have a serializer class up here. And that's where it's getting the data for this whole entire thing. So this is great having it up here, but we want to remove it in certain cases. So hang on a minute. Custom serializer class. All right, set one, query and serializer class. Introspective, heavily relies on the true attributes. Get serializer class, get serializer. Are also used if available. You can also set those on the API view, even though that is not supported by DRF. DRF Spectacular will pick them up and use them. Easy done. So. if I go down here and I just go, no, won't. All right. Okay, response can be detailed further to provide. All right. No, if you want to annotate methods that are provided in the code spec, yeah. All right. A custom serializer field might not get picked up properly. You can use the serializer spectacular. All right, cool. Not what we want. But that's fine. Extend serialize, decorate your serializer with that. Oh, we might actually do that later when we go to do the serializers. That's actually quite good. All right. We did this the other day, and I can't for the life of me remember what we did. So what I'm going to do is and then piss. All right, so I'm going to have a quick look at this. So we've got string / none parameters, optional uses your API serializer, request empty, response empty, auth none, description string promise none, summary promise none. All right, cool, none, deprecated bool none equals none, tags none equals none, exclude. Operation, none. Method, sequence, none. Version, all right. Sequence, open, yeah, none. Extensions, dictionary, string any, none. Callbacks, optional, sequence. External docs, I can't see anything in there. That is, what we want. All right. I'm going to close that. DRF spectacular extends schema. No. Can't do empty value examples. All right. I'm exhausted. We're going to see how far I can go tonight. All right, so I'm going to move on because this is not correct. It should be just an empty sort of thing being sent to users. And we're at another ad time. So those on YouTube, we run ads on Twitch every half an hour. So those who join on Twitch don't get ads right away. They could preload ads. You don't need to worry at all because you are on YouTube. You don't get ads anyway. So welcome. During the ad breaks, I usually just play with the cube and stuff like that. So no one misses out on any content. Hopefully everyone's going well over there. So, oh, we got a cat yelling at me. Yes, sweetie. Yes. Yes, do you want to say hi? You want to be like hi? She's like, I'm still grumpy for the other cat. So yeah, what are we doing? We are essentially implementing Swagger, which will help document the API. We're doing it in a vertical slice, and the reason being is we'll get it everything perfectly fine, and we'll be happy with it. We'll get everyone being like, yep, this is good, and then we'll apply it to the other objects. So yeah, it's just easier to do it this way sometimes. And wait, we should be... Oh, the ad breaks now. Sorry, I misread that. I'm getting tired. Yep, oh well. I can't read sometimes. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, minute 30. Whoops, ad break. I should have read it properly. Sorry. Anyway, everyone gets to spend a little bit more time with me. We could... Oh, wait a minute. I'm just gonna... Oh, it disappeared. Alright, sorry. There was a little thing... it was a glitch. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about the confusion. One of my windows had a ad break thing on it. Yeah. I don't know what exactly happened. Anyway, we're going to ignore this for the moment. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research to see if it's actually plausible. We are going to move on to the delete. So this will be, yeah. All right. How do you get that from description? Because I typed it in wrong. All right, cool. Delete either a user or, sorry, this should be remove either a user or group from this object. All right, so how are we doing this? We do this one at a time, if memory serves me correctly. We don't do everything. Yes. So, give me a second. I need to actually have a look at my code over here. So if I move that to the right, let's go and find an object. Let's go find a task. So we scroll down. We add... Yeah, we can only delete one at a time. Yep, it's not a list of users. All right. So we just need to state that. So remove a single user or group from an object. Parameters. Oh, that's what I should have down here. So that's 92, so that would be 11. Gonna go all the way up here. I'm just gonna hit play. We are just going to do this very quick and easy. So, destination is the object that we're looking up to. The location ID is that. The ID is a integer field. Just leave a 0. Easy done. All right, cool. So the idea is we need to remove a user ID. examples, that's an array, and then we've got open API example. So we open that up like that. We're going to put a comma up like that, and then we're going to write in here example 1. Remove user 2. All right. Up here, remove either a single user or group from an object. The IDs for the users and groups can be obtained by using the get functionality. 2 from the current project, and then we got the value, and then we go user, and we go 2. I'm just going to copy that. We're going to paste that back in. We're going to go example 2, remove group 3 from the current project, and we do something like that. We of course got to close that off. And yeah, like so. Easy done. So if I go bang bang over here, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going over here. We want our Swagger documentation. So we should see this one looking really, really good. And we're like, all right, cool. We want to then see this one. All right, so I do need to tab in the other one. Not a problem. I might need to tab it in all the way. That is not going to be an issue. So, this being said, this is set like this. This is remove either a single user or I should say single group to clarify. Or a single group. I am going to deny those. From an object, the ID for the users and groups can be obtained by using the get functionality, parameters, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Destination location. Ooh. We don't have an ID in here. This isn't to delete. I'm being silly, guys. This is to create. Uh, 22 from 54. That is 32. There we go. It's in the right spot now. Alright, that's post. We'll edit that in a second. I've made a mistake. So we've got the ID down here. So the parameters, location ID, the ID. Yep, alright, cool. I'm hoping that's enough information for everyone to be like, alright, sweet. This is what this means. I'm happy for feedback. I'm terrible at writing this documentation and stuff like that, and it would be great if someone could actually help. So what we've got down here is we've got all of this. We've got 204, no response body. Sweet. We don't have any examples in here. which this is the one that actually has examples, or should. So I'm going to need to fix this one up. Not a problem. We can fix this up. Okay. All right. So we're going to go up to this one. So this would actually be add either a single. Now this is add. A user / users or a group / groups to this object. The ID for the groups and users can be obtained by the using get functionality and looking at the potential users or potential group fields within the response. Easy done. All right, cool. And double check that, by the way. Potential group list and potential user list. All right, potential. Go. And that's something I want to quickly test. Okay, cool. We're getting this all done. Easy done. We're going to jump over into our Swagger docs very, very quickly. We're just going to do that. We've got the delete to remove. Yep. All right. Cool. Post. Yep. Add either a users or a groups. I don't know why it's like that for that. And then we've got parameters. I think I know why. I've got the all right. Just testing this out. This is with the create, but we've got the example 1 and 2. Add both user 2 and 3 to the current object. Add the group 5 to the current project. There'll be group list and that will be user list. All right, cool. I've got to get this all correct. It's going to be very, very fiddly. I know there's going to be a lot of mistakes at the start. So we've got to do this, got to do this. Got to do that. We're just going to refresh this. All right, that's perfect. However, I do want that to be bold. So what I need to do media types. All right, cool. schema. May be made up of a single JSON or YAML document to be divided into multiple connected parts. Alright, cool. So in here, we just need another O in there, and that should be fine. We do this, we can recreate it, and then we can just bang that straight back in. Sweet. So we want to go back over here. We just want to hit refresh, and there's our parameters. I'm not liking that. I wish there was a little bit more freedom within this. But once again, I'll get some feedback back first before worrying about that. And then what I could potentially do is have the wording down 100% because the wording ain't there. And then yeah, we've got something like that, and then we're going to try it out, and then we've got the response, and the response is wrong. So yeah, we'll fix this up, and we'll have yeah. All right. I'm going to fix up these ones very, very quickly. So, oops. Let's go down here. Let's oh my god, I didn't even click it. So, it's the parameters again. Alright, not a problem. It looks like that's wanting to do with some sort of code example or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to say I don't like it, of course. All right. Yeah, I'll get some feedback on the documentation and stuff like that, and what I can do is go in and change it, definitely change it. Hence, I'm only going to do the vertical slice on the groups and users data, just because if there is any feedback and so forth like that, we can be like, all right, cool, we'll need to implement this, this, and this, and also hopefully get this to make sense too, because yeah, the idea here is this documentation is meant to make sense. All right. So, and another thing I want to double check is, yeah, this is open. Oh, neat. So the schema looks like this. Cool. All right, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right. All right. So yeah, I only wanted to do it on one particular thing at the start, and then what we could do is just not to get put, and then all right. Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll go through all of these and do them properly. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. He would be awake. I'm probably going to stop there with the Swagger documentation today, just because I do want that feedback. And what I need to do moving forward is I need to set up Swagger. However, I got to read the documentation. I am not awake enough to actually do that at this particular moment, so I'm going to call it no for that. I do know that we've got other stuff for NearBeach that we can do. So we're going to go over here. We're going to click on this. We're going to go git status. We're going to git add. We're going to git commit, and we're going to do updates to Swagger documentation. I'm going to git push. Now, considering I'm actually quite happy with this and where it's going, and we're definitely going to be using Swagger moving forward, I'm, famous last words that I'm going to say this out loud, I'm going to actually finish this feature request. So git flow feature finish. Because moving forward, at the moment, we've got a skeleton for the documentation. Moving forward, we can constantly add to it and stuff like that. And remember, in 0.32, we are, we haven't got it written on the board, but we do want to document stuff, and thoroughly, too. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Now, I'm just going to close these. We have a pull request. So let's go and merge in a pull request. At least I thought I had a pull request. All right, I'm sorry. We had a pull request. It is no longer there. Okay. I might have done, I think I know what's happened. I've read an email and I didn't realize it was from last week. All right, not a problem. Okay, do we have any more issues? No, I'm going to clean out these issues. Yeah, I'm just gonna... got completed. Sorry, all of these are from Deep Source and stuff like that for Hacktoberfest. So yeah, we don't want them in there anymore. What else did I want to do tonight? Sorry, I'm very tired and I've hit a wall. I am drawing a blank. Anyway, I'm actually going to go, guys. I'm terribly sorry about the short stream tonight. I've just hit a wall. I'm I'm just teetering out very, very quickly. I can't think of anything I've wanted to do at the moment. We were meant to write a blog post, but I am going to struggle writing that without any help. So, yeah, let's raid someone. Learning 3D, Godot, and Blender and Crit. Oh, yep. Alright. We know who to raid. Alright. Chitty! Yeah! Okay. We're gonna raid Chitty. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. I'm going to ask for some feedback on the Swagger documentation. And yeah, sorry, I don't know what it is. I think it's been a long day and I'm exhausted. But thank you very much, everyone. And I do hope you enjoyed Chinny's, stream. I'm forgetting words. And thank you very much, everyone on YouTube. I'm sorry you guys can't come along, but thank you very much. Do like and subscribe. I'm sorry this stream was short tonight. I am exhausted. But yeah, thank you.